Monkey.
Whoa.
Wow.
I like that a lot, though, actually. Like, I almost want to, like, save that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Thank you for that, AJ.
We'll work on the harmony, but it was good. It was really good.
Clunky.
Yeah, had I known, I would have like really dug in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have gone for the mid range. Let AJ take care of the high range.
Like, that was very much like a Bohemian Rhapsody moment where I felt like we could have all went up. You know,
we could have all done it. Yeah.
There's a discrepancy. It's episodes 3 and 4, not 2 and 3.
You fool.
Oh, shit. 1 second, everyone. 1 second. I'll change that.
No, that's right.
No, it's all good.
Going high for me.
It literally will only take 2 seconds.
All right, well...
I got hyper fixated on the 2s. That's what it was. I remember looking at the 2 and being like, that looks so weird.
Wow. What'd you guys think of this episode?
This episode?
Both of these episodes.
Both of these episodes.
Let's start with 2. Let's start with 2, kind of, because...
3. We're gonna start with 3.
Okay, actually, we can start with 3, because I have my... I'll give you quick
thoughts. I have to start with 3. There's only 3 and 4 in this episode.
Sorry, yeah. Fuck, and I'm looking at the goddamn thing. I can say something about episode 4 for a goddamn 1 second. Is that this show is hilarious to me that last week was so good, and then this week was like, oh yeah, this is a kid show. Like, you know what I mean?
This week was definitely a high followed by a low, because I thought episode 3 was incredible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I loved episode 3. Like,
that's why Cody returning. Oh,
right. Seeing Captain Cody return and just like episode 3 was like heavy. Like that kind of episode to me is like, is this a kid's show? Then episode 4 is like, yep, it's a kid's show.
Absolutely, this is a kid's show.
Colombian Bujo. Sam, did you show us your presents?
No, he didn't.
Oh, I didn't show the presents. I'm so sorry.
Because he's an asshole.
Dick.
I'm sorry.
Fuck
also, welcome Chocolate Muffin Queen and Nalan. Hello, how are you guys doing?
Hello.
I totally agree with that.
Sorry, CBJ.
Where I totally agree. Where like the last, like the episode 3 was great. This episode was, it was still interesting. Like it showcased like tech and his like genius.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was decent.
For me, the moment I saw pod racing, I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, I was still like, "Oh, okay."
It was riot racing, actually. So
it was closer to MotoGP, so I was enjoying it. In my head, I was like, "That's MotoGP if I was allowed to race while drunk." I will win by any means necessary.
Does that kind of thing do it for you guys, where they add racing to this universe? Because I was talking to someone else, and they were saying that they like it when they keep adding like more kind of sports to the universe. But to me, that feels weird.
Well, I like it. Well, I like it because why is it weird?
I don't know. Like, I just think it's fine to like. I guess it isn't pod racing because they're in a different ship, but like, yeah. It's just sometimes I'm like, yeah, he could have just been pod racing. Like, it could have.
Well, I like it.
I like it a lot.
It adds things to the story instead of just being like, oh, it's about fucking evil and good and evil. But like, no, it's like this is a fucking living, breathing world.
Oh no, I'm not saying that kind of thing. I'm merely just saying like it could have just been like pod racing.
Well, there's a difference between like NASCAR and Formula One. You know,
I guess
one's better.
This one's more dangerous than pod racing, I guess. Has guns.
Yeah, they were shooting at each other.
Well, I mean,
kids can't drive in it.
I guess they do have guns, yeah. And like in the pod racing in Tatooine, it's still pretty dangerous. I think like
it's pretty dangerous.
I think people die every race. I don't know if that's 100% true. 2 people died at least in the Phantom Menace, but
Formula One is better. Thank you. Correct. That is the correct answer.
Ooh, I don't care actually.
What?
I don't give a single shit about
driving around in a circle. Fucking come on.
Or Formula One where you drive around
takes a left,
wobbly or a circle
and a left.
Yeah,
well,
by that logic, everything's a circle if you're looking at it enough.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't particularly... Look, I like fast machines. I drive a motorcycle, but I don't give a shit about racing. I'm not in a hurry to get anywhere, and I don't understand watching someone who is.
You know what? I respect that answer.
Cooler car, I don't know. I'm not much of a car guy, so I mean, I don't know. I just see a car.
I'm more bikes, but I do enjoy a bit of Formula One.
So, guys.
Yeah.
What'd you think of Tawny Ames?
Who?
The governor of Desix, the girl with the helmet on.
Oh, Dooku?
Dead.
What'd you think of him? Dead?
Yeah. I didn't really think of them at all.
Yeah.
I thought that was first of all, let me say that I love that episode because I've told you guys this. I love seeing more separatist stuff.
Yep.
And like what happened to them. So I really enjoyed seeing that, and I liked seeing someone sort of carrying on Dooku's like legacy. But as a character, I didn't really give a shit.
Yeah.
I thought she was awesome. Like,
I feel like you're gonna hit me with like a gotcha or something.
Why? What got you?
I don't know. It's just the way you said it. Like I'm gonna be like, oh, I hated them, and you're gonna be like, well, you're supposed to love them.
Yes, I suppose I like them, Richard. I don't really care. I actually forgot they were in here until I'm rewatching now, just going through it to find points to talk about.
are you like you're talking about like the separatist, like leader of the planet, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought all that was awesome for sure. Like, just
Tawny Ames.
even the way that like she interacted with the Imperial, what are they called? The governor? Was that what that guy was? Or
Yeah,
Like,
something like
yeah.
that.
I loved that, and the just because at the first you don't know who these are. These could just be alien characters, which takes away from like not takes away personally, but like we see like humans, and it's more easy for us to like relate, I guess. So we
Yeah.
think that this is like an alien under the helmet. Oh, it's a person. So
Oh,
then Cody,
there's always a human. It's always a human.
then Cody takes his helmet off for the first time in front of these people, and it's like, all right, let's try to like communicate through this and like actually do something. And then nah,
I think
Yeah,
they make
she
too many
communicated a good
humans.
message.
Too many humans are important in this world. We need more fucking aliens.
I questioned the logic of this separatist planet though, because it's like you guys are gonna take a battalion of battle droids, which are ineffective, and combat against the Empire when they could literally just glass your planet from orbit. Like, what are you gonna do? That's the only thing that made me question like the goal, I guess. Like, you're not gonna fight back against the Empire. You couldn't even fight back against the Republic.
Well,
So that was
I
good.
don't know. I think that's just like the default for a lot of people like that. Like nations would not like very quickly.
Yeah, they'd rather go under than join. I get it.
Because yeah, like it's especially in that case, right, where they see it more like the Republic just became the Empire. The Separatists are kind of still their own thing, and now the Empire is moving in and just taking it all quickly. So they're like, "What
Yeah.
the fuck? We're not even part of you. No, we're not."
I would like to point out just real quick that I absolutely called a clone rebellion.
What do you think is implied? Do you think that's what's implied with like Cody leaving?
100%.
Yeah.
Yes. The clones are
'Cause, like-
realizing that like the chip is no longer as effective as it was, and they can see, because even if the chip is effective, treason allows them to continue with duty.
Yeah, and like obviously Cody has like huge regrets for what he did, even though like
Mm-hmm.
the chip is active. He hates that he had to kill his friend.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I-
that was great too. Yeah, like even at the beginning,
the clones kind of splitting off from the Empire. I don't know where they're going to go, and they're mostly all going to be dead by the
Yeah.
time anything important happens. But I think that the
Except
clones are
for
going to
3 of
actively
them.
leave.
like I liked at the beginning. I don't know if he was already thinking of leaving and trying to get Crosshair to come with him, but like there was that moment in the beginning of the episode where he kind of, I don't know what he said exactly, but it was like, yo,
Yeah, that's
how do you
really-
feel about, yeah, my Disney Plus isn't loading for some reason, so I can't really watch the episode back, but he was kind of like probing Crosshair, seeing like what his reaction was
Yeah,
to saying,
because he's
something.
like the rest of Clone Force 99 like went rogue. Why didn't you? And just question him why.
Yeah, he keeps going at him, and maybe someone could see that as him like looking for something to bring back to the Empire. So maybe that's why Crosshairs is a little like resilient on that. But I genuinely think it's him being like, "Yo, like Crosshairs, let's get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, that's the impression that I got. It was he was trying to probe whether or not Crosshair would take his side if he asked him to, turn tail on the Empire.
Which that made that ending such a bummer too, where it was like, is he dead or did he actually get out?
Who?
Cody.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
Cody.
gone.
Cody got out. He escaped.
But like, I almost feel like, I know he probably will show up again. Like, this is just me being worried. Like, I always think of
If
that
they
as
just kill Cody off screen,
as like the
there's
Empire
no-
being like, yeah, he was kind of a little like resistant, so we killed him. I wouldn't be shocked personally, but like, I would love to see him again.
I don't think they'd do
Oh, yeah.
that with Captain.
I don't think they're gonna kill him off screen. That's for sure.
Maybe, man. Maybe they're like, this is a brutal world.
Might kill him, but not off screen.
Yeah, it was so wild to me just how heavy episode 3 was in like theme and like the music, just the tone of it. It was a really heavy episode. Like, it was dark. And then episode 4 is like, we're racing now.
Yay!
You guys
like a
remember
theme
this,
park.
right? Woo!
It was
Yeah,
like I
no.
got like tonal whiplash from it where I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
Me and AJ watched it together yesterday, and I barely was like there for this episode. I feel like I just was
Me
like,
either. I tuned it out pretty quickly.
This absolutely is happening, I guess, but like,
Well, I feel like I've seen this episode in other Clone Wars episodes. Like the same thing.
We've seen this
Like-
in like Rebels, Resistance, in all like the other
Pretty much every
animated
form
shows.
of
I would
Star
say.
Wars.
Yeah, it's
They really like
it's
the
like a Star
racing,
Wars
man.
trope where like you got to do a thing where you got to do a race. Who's gonna race? I don't know. The underdog. Make the underdog race. And they're gonna win. Like I've seen this like 100 times.
We stand a good old-fashioned underdog story, but not every fucking time.
It was the fucking plot of the first Star Wars movie.
And we
Like
just
we've
keep
seen
going
this
back to
before. Like the moment I saw racing, I just knew like, oh man, they're gonna do this. I did think it was gonna be Omega that had to pilot it though.
I didn't think so too.
I didn't
in all
expect
honesty,
that.
yeah, but I think I don't remember what the cover for the episode is. I think it's him in like a cockpit.
we were talking about like what do you guys think about them killing Tech? Maybe he's like playing with his life a lot.
If they were gonna do that, they should have done that in that first couple episodes. Like,
Yeah.
Now it's like if it happened, I'd be like, or at the end.
It's
I
gonna
guess.
happen. It's season finale. It's gonna happen.
You think
Tech's
that
gonna
Tech will
die.
die, or is it gonna be just like another?
It's
one
got to be
focus?
Tech, man. Come on.
It's going. So Tech is by far the least liked person on the squad. He already had a grave injury in the first episode. That was kind of a kind of moment. And now we get an episode featuring just him. He is dead.
Okay, I'm starting to see this, and I'm sad, but
Yeah.
And like he's becoming obsolete with like Echo in the group too.
because I was gonna say that Echo, I feel like is a member of the group that if he were to die, it would be kind of meh again, because I could be like,
Right. Well, Echo and Tech share the exact same role. So one of them is expendable, and it's not going to be Echo because people like
Echo
Echo.
already died, man.
Echo,
And
yeah,
people
exactly. So
love
it'd be kind
Echo.
of like a retreaded thing where it's like, well, fuck, man.
Yeah,
I think
and Echo is, like,
Echo has
adored.
to be like one of the end game members, or like actually makes it out. Like that's how I
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah, I think Tech is going to be his. I think that Crosshair's going
Tech
to
is
kill
a
him in
red
the
shirt.
season
Hey,
finale.
fuck you, man. I'm a red shirt. Fucking hell.
I think Tech's
I also
done.
love
I've seen
that-
enough Game of Thrones. to
Echo's
see the
got
writing on
like
the
a
wall.
fucking target on his back though.
I
Yeah,
will say that like
for
this
sure.
has like
Or Tech.
the faster episode had like a comedic element to it at least. Like there was the narrator guy who at one point literally was like, Tech? Is that his name? Just Tech? It's just like I thought that was really funny. Like in this universe where like there's just ridiculous names, someone's like Tech? That's all his name is?
Do
pretty
we
funny.
know anything else about him?
No? Okay. And I like seeing other alien races that we haven't seen yet in animation. I think the main bad guy of that episode was a Dewooten, if I'm saying that right. They were in Force
What?
Awakens. The
What?
big guy in the bar.
One of the Devil Boys?
The
Oh,
devil.
the
That's
Yeti.
what are you talking about?
I don't know, man. You said
no.
DeWooten. What are
Hey,
you talking about?
In the Force Awakens, right when they go into the bar in Maz Kanata's castle, you remember like the big fat
Mhm.
one that's like sitting with the chick?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
That's a Dewooten, and that's what that
The Wooten.
that
Okay,
guy
yeah, I
was in
just-
this episode. Yeah.
I looked it up. Yeah, he's a DeWooten.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, I
Dewooten.
like seeing like all these new aliens that we're getting in these shows. So hell yeah.
On the frigid planet Dawoot.
The Woot is
The wood is on fire.
All right, that's enough. I'm out of
We need help.
Alright, stream over, guys.
here.
Or if you were Dutch, it's the wood. The wood.
Dawoot. Dawoot?
I felt like it was a little weird in that second episode though that they even did the repair on the droid in the capacity that they did just for him to get destroyed. I think that was a little
Yeah,
weird
like-
when like
Yeah, that felt like padding.
yeah, where I was like, well, narratively right here, we could just say like, yeah, like Tech is
I'll
gonna
do
race.
it. I'll do
We
it.
need another racer.
It's Tech, let's go.
I can't believe they got Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, dude. Oh, is it because he what? That's why, because he goes fast.
Oh my god!
What?
Can I, the only thing
that
I'll
was
say
Ben
though,
Schwartz, dude.
it was.
God.
I thought I recognized his voice.
Yeah, I
Fucking-
totally
thought he was
recognized it, but I
brilliant.
couldn't place it.
Yeah, I was
Ben
like,
Schwartz,
I was
Sonic
trying
the
to
Hedgehog.
cackle at his little quips when I was on the treadmill. I was just walking up on like a steep hill thing, right? And I'm watching it, and he makes like these fucking quips. He's like, "Of course I know how to do it. I'm a fucking racer." And I'm like, "Fuck!"
Even like
I,
little comedic moments where when they were repairing him, like Tech had like that moment of you can't see it, his face really, but you can see his eyes, and that was enough. But it was just awesome. I love
Well,
helmeting
yeah.
characters for that kind of thing. You know, you can just kind of more so picture what's going on.
You can just I like that's why I think movies and shows should do more helmeted characters because without the expressions you can still get the meaning behind
There's
it. You know,
conveyance for sure, man. Like Mando season 1 had so much emotion for me, even though that character has no fucking face.
you could tell when he's happy and when he's sad just by the way you the context really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's all just the same look.
I think I'm kind of sick of Sid, and I don't
Yeah.
understand why Sid's still in the show.
Right? I thought she was gonna be gone in the first episode we saw her, and I was like,
I
yeah.
really don't understand what their relationship is with Sid anymore.
Exactly.
It's almost like Stockholm syndrome at this point.
Hey,
Like,
thanks for the follow, Blue Box Pirate.
thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Sid is
Yeah,
I absolutely
awesome.
agree, especially
Yeah.
after what they said with this episode. Yeah, for
Sid
sure.
is like a shisty little bitch.
Something's gonna happen with Sid now because they've put like you said, there's too much time with Sid, and there's been this episode where that guy's like, "Yo, don't trust her. She's gonna be fucking shitty." So yeah,
I said this when we were watching it. I said this when we were watching this, but the voice actress plays the same fucking character every time.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's yep. Absolutely.
Rhea Perlman.
Yeah, okay. I've seen this person. I just know her voice a lot, is the thing.
Yeah, I know her voice a lot.
Wow.
This is Danny DeVito's wife.
That's how I feel about the other character that's going to be in this season. What's her name? Wanda Sykes, I think, is the person that's voicing her. She was in the first episode. I feel like that's that character where someone really liked Wanda Sykes and was like, put her on the show as this character, whatever. Honestly, wish that season 2 just followed Crosshair. I would love that.
I think that would have been a really good narrative, to be honest, because then maybe they would have followed him, witnessed people like Cody, who, I mean, he's not necessarily an idol to Crosshair, but he is someone that he would respect and look up to because of his stature. Watching him disappear, sort of watching him disappear, and then watching his psyche sort of start to click, and him go, "Shit,
Well,
I'm
we're
in the
kinda
wrong
getting
business."
that.
Cody left to start his own Troopers spin-off show.
So I
Can
mean,
you tell us about Omega?
The thing is, Brujo, I love both of them. Honestly, they're kind of my horseshoe of the show so far.
Crosshair and Omega.
Crosshair and Omega are on the ends of the horseshoe where they come up, and then the bottom is everyone else, kind of. Not the bottom.
I'm Omega.
Omega.
oh man, I hate Omega.
Really?
Really?
Still to this day, I still get Cleo the condensation
Claire.
vibes. Cleo. Oh no.
I don't think we could do a full season following Crosshair because what are you gonna follow? He's got maybe 2 or 3 episodes worth, but we're already getting that. Episode 3.
I
was
just
all
like
about
the
Crosshair.
dark shit that they send him on missions and he does them. I just like the dark stuff.
I don't know. I agree. It's interesting, but I don't think a whole season.
But a whole
No.
season is the thing with what if we cut this show down a little bit? Not 16 episodes per season, and it was more like 8.
I don't know how I would feel about that.
But just make them an hour long instead?
We'll just make them a little bit longer and shorten it up a bit.
So
Yeah,
here's the thing:
episodes.
as much as I don't like characters like Omega, who I think exist just to have a child insert.
Just because Dave Filoni loves the
Wolf and
father-daughter
Cub.
duo.
Wolf and Cub
Yeah,
stories
and
are
as
his.
much as I don't care for the pod racing episodes. I think that those things serve a purpose, and the child audience is the reason these kind of shows can make money. So it's Clone Wars was the same way. You're gonna get your
Jar Jar
episodes
Binks
geared more towards
episodes.
adults, but then you're also gonna get your Jar Jar episodes or a dumb pod racing episode, and those are there not just as filler because they have to spend money to make those episodes happen. They're there to appease children who are watching. Kids don't want to watch the Bad Batch slaughtering people for 16 episodes, you know?
Yeah,
mean,
that's
I
where
probably would've,
that's kind of the thing with the show that's confusing, isn't it? Right? Where it feels so everywhere with what we're saying with the whiplash.
More so than Clone Wars for sure.
Oh yeah. This show feels so much like reactionary content to Clone Wars itself, and just knowing its audience in that sense.
I think Omega, Grogu, and Ahsoka should all meet together.
What a nightmare that would be for me.
You're saying that totally could happen.
It could happen.
Yeah.
It could be a thing.
Follows Crosshair, and as it goes on, shows how Rampart is killing off clones and testing Crosshair's loyalty as he has to consistently watch his comrades die. I mean, like, I'm into it. I'm in. Like,
See,
Crosshairs
that's
is
the
probably
thing is
my
that
favorite.
is an episode. That's one
Yeah.
episode.
That could be a single episode right there.
Like I just don't think there's enough to follow with Crosshair to like pad out a 16 episode season. Like maybe 2 or 3 episodes, absolutely. And I think we'll get that. There's only 4 episodes right now, and one of them's about Crosshair. So I think we're gonna get that. But I don't think like there's only so many times I can watch Crosshair and be like, I'm a bad dude.
I'm a bad guy.
Yeah, I read Darth Vader comics a lot, and I live for that. Like, I live for like that, like the struggle in a character of like.
I do too, man. I love it. I think Crosshair is one of my favorite characters in the show. I think he's a pretty compelling villain, but I do think he's going to die a villain, and I do think that he doesn't. Sometimes you just have to have an evil guy be an evil guy. We don't need to make a season about him. You know, like he can just be bad.
Oh, Kaz is here.
Is he here? I thought he just shouted us
He
out
just
on his
lurked.
thing. Oh, okay. Hey,
He
guys.
lurked.
We were gonna raid into you, dude.
Bro, what the fuck?
we're not going to.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah. Fuck you.
The hell, man. Anyway,
What else is there to talk about?
exactly
Not
right?
much,
Like,
to be honest.
I'm hoping that next week's are like back to bangers in that sense, right? Like, can we have like maybe 3 of these, like 3 faster episodes in the season, and that's it?
Yeah.
Like how, like going back to last season. I'm gonna sift through these episodes a little bit, not like going through them visually, but I just want to look at like the covers and stuff. There were some fucking good ass episodes in that season that really only a couple in the middle were weird, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Even the weird ones, right? Like a Rampage, for example, with the Rancor baby, still had substance to it in a sense for me of the greater world, right? Because we still like we were doing a mission for fucking Jabba, like sure, like that'll do it for me. But like, I can't think of a whole lot of episodes in that first season that sucked. Did you guys like in the first season the Hera episode, like when it wasn't the Bad Batch at all?
Harrison Dula,
Yeah,
the
how did
rescue on Ryloth.
Yeah, how did you guys feel about that?
You know,
I don't remember it.
Okay, like that. What I liked about that episode is that it was weird, right? It was like definitely an odd episode in that season where it was following Hera, and then only one scene in that one episode had the Bad Batch in it, where they were like doing a deal with the family.
they're like giving things.
Yeah, and then the next episode they do come back in to help with the situation, but I think it was really well done for that 2-episode arc. I really liked that.
Yeah,
So even things like that where it's not
Joe
involving
said, I think I could stomach Omega more if they did pick it. If they didn't pick it up right after season 1, wait till she's like an adult. C99 have to react to the start of the rebellion. I don't think they can do that.
no.
because
See,
the clones will be dead.
these guys are the start of the rebellion.
Don't do it to me, man. Don't do it.
Oh
do it.
god, that makes my stomach turn. I think that the clones by this point in time only have like 10 years left before they're dead.
Yeah.
Like old age.
Well, if these ones are like specially made, what if they're like older?
It could
They
be,
could
yeah.
live
It could
longer.
be that the Bad Batch age differently, but I think we see in Rebels, which is probably only like 10 years after this, that
It's like 15, 18. It's
15,
closer to
18.
that,
Yeah, we see Rex is like an old man.
Yeah,
So I suspect that like if they did that, the Bad Batch would just be a bunch of like, it'd be like watching the Book of Boba, but with 5 of them, just a bunch of old dudes running around and doing flips.
Did they? Does anyone know if they uncanonized the Rex on Endor thing, or is that like?
No,
I don't think so.
I think they kept that canon.
Because like
think-
I remember seeing that like his name came back up into like conversation, like the actual previous name of the character that was there.
well, because like they have him in Rebels now as like on that Endor base, don't they? Or oh no, they have him in like
did they
something.
have him in that outfit? Is that what it was? Maybe.
They had him in the outfit, and the only thing that was different about that and like the old man on Endor was like he's wearing his like clone trooper or like gauntlets.
Fuck it.
So like
to me,
so, like,
I'm gonna take that as it's still Rex.
it's still keeping a canon that like that old man that just happened to look like Rex is Rex now.
Oh, you're talking about the guy from like
In Return of the
From-
Jedi, yeah.
In
Yeah,
Return of the
okay.
Jedi, yeah.
I think so. I don't know if they've officially spoken on this, but I think that character actually has an actual name.
That's what I'm
in
saying.
Star Wars.
Yeah, like I remember hearing that in a Star Wars Explained video recently, and
yeah, I don't
because-
think it's Rex.
yeah, but there was like a huge debate around that almost because I do remember Disney saying at one point that it was Rex. Like that was
I think
or that
Rex
might have
would
been a
be
Mandela
long
effect.
dead. By that point, Luke's like 24 years old. Rex would be dead. Like, there's no way the clones live that long.
Let's see.
The Star Wars Rebel finale reveals that Captain Rex was in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that does confirm that he is alive after Return
My
of the Jedi.
God.
My
And,
God.
like, well, because like think like do they age super fast? Because like if you think about it, Rex is like maybe like 35, like mid 30s, like genetically, and they
They
ages
age
like,
super fast.
he ages like 15 years to be like 50.
That's like the whole reason they have the clones is because they age super
I know,
fast.
well,
like,
I think
do
they
they-
age super fast to
Do
a
they
certain
age?
point.
Do they age super fast, or did they just age them super fast to a point?
That's what I thought. Like I thought that they get them
They
to a
aged them
point.
to early adults, and then they I
That's
think
like
the aging
at
process
50 years
slows down
old,
to
like-
normal.
Like Rex, old man Rex looks like he could be like 50 or 60. Like that totally makes sense.
So on Wikipedia, it says although the exact rate at which the clones age is unknown, it appears to be nearly twice as fast of a natural-born human, and it's theorized that this rate increased as clones grew older,
What?
especially under stress.
Holy
So that old
fuck.
man also was named Nick Sant.
That's what it was. Thank you. I knew it was something like I knew it had my
Saint
brother's
Nick?
name in it pretty much.
Hey yo,
His name is
Really?
Saint Nick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
Huh.
Thanks, George. Or I
But
don't know
yeah,
whoever,
I think
whoever
it's been-
made that specifically, but yeah.
Kind of accepted generally that the clones their aging progresses like exponentially the older that they get.
Really? See,
And-
I would have got the opposite impression in a sense, because that would have made more sense. Like
Well,
you
look
want
at how Rex looks in the time of Rebels compared to how like Boba looks in the Book of Boba.
Well, I don't want to be that guy,
Like-
but aging in this in this Star Wars universe is pretty
yeah,
fucking
good
bad.
point. Yeah,
but like,
that's
like
just scuffed
it's
anyway.
it's certainly possible that they do age faster. But like he looks like he should be roughly like 56 years old, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, I guess it's hard to say, and
Yeah.
I think it is an easy hand wave to say that the Bad Batch
Like
don't age.
they
the
could
same
just
way.
be like, oh yeah, he aged like slightly faster, so he's like around 70, like genetically. But
Maybe their chips made them age faster, and then taking them out.
oh,
That's something. I don't
Hmm.
fucking know. I'm making shit up. The writer's room, take it. If you
I get so lost in the Star Wars timeline, but I believe that at this point in Bad Batch, Omega is around the same age as Boba.
I think she's.
Yeah.
Oh, is she? I thought. I get the impression that
I-
she's
they're-
younger.
they were made at
created
the same time, weren't they?
Oh, they were.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. They're definitely the same
So-
age then. Yeah. Last
that
time
would
we saw
suggest
Boba
that-
in this show, I swear to God, he's at like shoulder height of a lot of people. Though he's so much taller
Well,
than her. Like, holy
You
He
know,
is a
puberty and
guy.
Stuff.
Okay.
Puberty
Wow.
hits different. Well, that is real. You know, puberty hits different.
I
We
saw a
don't know.
tall girl. There are tall girls out there.
Okay, but like
Too tall, too girl.
Four bad, five batch. Oh boy.
man.
Yeah, I get so lost in the Star Wars timeline and like figuring out where this like where is like Andor compared to like the Mandalorian, where is the Mandalorian compared to Rebels, where is Rebels compared to Bad Batch, because it's all released out of order, and I know that's kind of like Star Wars status quo, but God, it kills me. Like I'm getting too old to keep track of this shit.
Well, they're pretty vague with it in the first place, right? I think like freaking Andor was one of the first shows that ever was like, here's an actual numbered date when this takes place, and it's like, oh, okay, awesome.
Yeah.
This is set before the or like the rebellion.
Imagine not knowing about what BBY like if they had that in the system before, and it was like, what are we building towards? Like, what is the BBY? And then they finally like encounter
it
it's
stands
before
for
Battle of
Big
Yavin. What
Breasted
the fuck?
Yammies.
That's what that was.
BY in my brain is Best Buy.
did you hear what I said? Are you the one that heard that?
Oh,
I heard
yeah.
Big
No, I
Breasted
heard you.
Yammies. Don't worry, I'm listening.
Okay.
In my lexicon, yams means ass.
Yeah.
But That's neither here nor Bad Batch.
I wish I want to know what the actual like method of keeping track of time is in the universe rather than the ABY BBY method, because like that just doesn't make sense to me.
Do people consider that like the actual standard in like the universe?
Yeah, why
It
the hell
can't
would
be.
someone that had nothing to do with that battle consider that to be?
Yeah, like oh man, I can't believe it's like one BBY. Is like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I always suspected that was for us. That's not something
That's
that they.
Yeah, yeah.
sure.
It's like that.
Maybe
It's like that joke about dinosaurs being like, oh man, it's like 65 million BC. It's like, what the fuck is BC?
I think that they would probably go off of like the formations of certain like governments, right? Like maybe when the Republic is formed, it's like now we're starting over again or some shit like that. But then that happens so fucking frequently in the last little bit that it would be annoying as hell.
I think that in the Star Wars universe, they tell time the same way that we do. Because I'm almost
Yeah.
positive that I've heard them use like speaking in like military time.
Oh no, but I'm saying like years. Like I'm trying to like say like how to determine like what year it is and all that kind of thing.
I follow. Okay, I gotcha. I thought
Like-
you were saying
like some sort of,
what,
like-
how do they tell time in Star Wars?
Yeah, no, like
They look at a
look
clock,
watch.
moron.
Like I want to know what their ABY is, pretty much. Like genuinely.
Before
After
and
Battle of
after
Yavin.
Baby Yoda.
Oh yeah, the rise of Grogu.
ROG.
The BBY's before Battle of Yavin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we know that. We know that. Like,
Oh, I'm just checking.
No,
fam.
but
Yeah,
I'm just
we're
like,
wondering,
yeah,
like-
because it just
Well,
doesn't
like,
make
can you,
sense for the
can you
whole
imagine
thing.
being someone in the universe being like, oh man, like it's like like that battle was crazy. It's like, yeah, reset the timeline. I'm like, what? Yeah,
See,
it's ABY now.
I
do you
guess
like
it
that
is a
about?
little strange though in our own universe that even if you don't care about Jesus Christ, there was a time and world where it was BC before Christ. So I mean, I don't know. I guess
now
that
it's
is a
like-
little weird.
That's not what that means.
Now it's
It
now
was
it's
before Common Era or whatever, but like,
Yeah,
it used to definitely mean before Christ.
it's BCE and CE now.
Like that
Yeah,
was I had to go through the whole teaching change of that. That was fucking weird.
I imagine like being from that planet that the Mandalorian goes to in the first season, where they're just like farming in
Farming
the
shrimp.
water, and like someone tells you like, remember before the Battle of Yavin, and you're just like, where the fuck is
where the
Yavin?
hell was
Yeah, what
that?
the
I'm a mud farmer
A
on a planet I've
Yavin?
never left.
Is that some sort of fruit or vegetable?
Yeah, like, I imagine like most planets probably have no idea what the hell that means.
Yeah, and
'Cause you-
honestly, that's good. That's
It stands to reason that the vast majority of people in the Star Wars universe live, grow, and die on the planet that they're born on.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
and that nothing crazy happens to them, and they just live and die.
Right.
Not every
Uh,
character's going through a fucking trilogy.
What do you guys think of the Mandalorian season 3 trailer? Might
yeah,
as well
let's
talk
talk
about
about
that
that a
while we're
little
here.
I thought it was really hype.
Did
To
I
be honest.
see it? I think
Did
yeah,
I see it?
I did see it. I did see it.
Did you? My favorite part of it was fucking Baby Yoda's. I know. Okay, Grogu's face coming out of the cave as he force pushed the guy. Like his face is
Yeah.
so fucking funny.
Dude, I fucking love that part.
Like Baby Yoda is like. I know he's like the meme, but he is a highlight for me for sure because like, we get to see new content of him doing shit. It's so good.
I'm so conflicted. Like, on the one hand, I see this trailer and I'm like, yes, more Mandalorian stuff that isn't just Din Djarin. Like, give me more Night's Watch, more of like these other hidden sects of Mandalorians. Seeing the Mandalorians like dropping down onto what seems to be like Mandalore City. Cool, dude. That's what I want. But at the same time, there's always a part of me that is like a little bit bitter that Din Djarin basically just robbed.
Oh,
Boba
look
Fett's
who it
story.
is.
Speaking of robbing someone's story,
Well,
No, no, wait, no, listen, I'm streaming right now. Like, I'm just asking how long you guys are going for, because I'm not reading to you guys.
we're gonna probably raid into you.
We're gonna raid in you.
How much longer are you
You
going
fool.
for?
I'm ill, like, I don't feel very good.
Ew.
how long
Shut
do you
your
think we
mouth.
can talk about a show?
I don't know, man, we went 2 hours once.
We have gone 2 hours on certain
Yeah,
shows for
I've got
sure.
Kenobi, man.
Well, how long have you been streaming, Kaz?
I've only been, like, same amount of time as you, 50 minutes.
Oh, shit, man.
That's
Why-
not good
Short
enough.
stream.
Suck it up, Kaz. You're not ending the stream. We're gonna raid into
Yeah,
you.
we're
okay?
raiding into you, so you hold on for a little
No,
bit.
no, no, okay.
Okay,
I will
rate it
be
us then, man,
updated.
if you want.
Right into us.
No, are you guys going?
We'll be going for like maybe like 10 more
10
minutes. I don't
minutes,
know.
maybe.
Yeah, we're at the end,
Yeah, no, I assume you guys were. That's like something. I'm just thinking maybe not then.
dude. Right into me.
Are you streaming today?
No,
Start streaming now. We're
No.
waiting to you now.
No, I'm not
I
saying
do it in
now,
my
you
chat all the
idiot.
time.
Do you
I
guys
read
think
into
that
people who
that's
aren't streaming.
Coruscant in the trailer, or is that like what's the
It's Mandalore.
What's no
That's Coruscant.
There's the fucking Coruscant shot, or there's that's not Mandalore.
Oh yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
yeah.
There's-
That's gotta be Coruscant. That's not
what's the-
Mandalore.
Oh,
What's
no,
the
I
other
think
one
it's
that I'm
something else.
thinking
Never
of?
mind, never
The one that's the new capital of the New Republic.
The new
Bespin.
Coruscant.
Fuck, what was it called? It got blown up right away.
Yavin.
That's been Cloud City.
No,
I think it's
Alderaan, that was it. Alderaan, that was it.
no, I'm looking it up. You
No.
assholes.
Wrong movie.
1 second. 1 second.
Planet with New Republic. I don't know. I don't know what to look up for
Let's
this.
see. The Force Awakens planet destroyed was
Hosnian
Cornelius?
Prime.
Hosnian Prime was.
Okay.
Why was that the fucking last one in this list? There's 5 planets that came up.
If it's Coruscant, cool. If it's Hosnian Prime, also cool. Coruscant would be nice to see. But
I think it's Coruscant. I here's why. I suspect that it's Coruscant because the scene we see of those Jedis lighting up their lightsabers, I think that is a flashback to a Jedi temple.
I think that's a flashback with Grogu.
well, yeah, for sure. But I mean, like, then we also see what's his nuts, director Pershing or whatever his name is, like flying around in Coruscant, like in the now time, I would assume.
Yeah, I suspect we're gonna see a little like flashback Coruscant, like during old Star Wars era, just to find out more of where Grogu comes from, and like
Oh,
seeing
bro.
those lightsabers. That's there so we can see them die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brogu.
And the Ranger, the Republic Ranger guy is back.
Carson Teva. I love that guy. He's awesome.
Man, he should have gotten his own show.
Yeah. That when what's her name? When Cara Dune got fired, I'll just say, "Hey, thanks for the raid, Kaz."
This guy should have replaced. Hey,
Freaking
Kaz.
Kaz.
This
Dude.
guy should have honestly replaced her in that show.
Gentlemen.
That would have been awesome.
Sorry. Sorry, I didn't really because you were there was a line. There. Sorry.
Hello, Raiders. Hello, everyone.
That
Hello,
looks like
Richard.
Coruscant to me. It like definitely looks like it.
It's like
I think it
90%
looks like
Coruscant, 10% Hosnian Prime. Like that's-
Croissant.
Croissant. Croissant.
Did you guys love the bar where there's battle droids?
Oh,
Yeah.
that looked pretty
What?
impressive.
Yeah, dude. There's a bar like as opposed to in A New Hope. We don't serve their kind in here. It's only droids in the bar, and 3 of them are battle droids.
This is in The Mandalorian?
Trailer.
I don't even
okay, I'm
think I
looking
saw
through
that.
it.
You
One
watched
second,
the
one
right
second.
Trailer.
I get like starry-eyed and I just start focusing on Mandalorian armor.
Let me share my screen
Yeah.
for you folks.
There was plenty to look at.
I'm looking.
No, I'll get you.
Richard's looking respectfully.
There they are, right there, hanging out, having some drinks.
Have
Oh,
some
shit.
brewskis.
I liked seeing that scene.
How do they drink?
They drink.
What is the purpose of a bar for a
No,
droid?
but like they get like
Oil,
it's like
man.
oil or some
Socializing?
shit. I think I don't know. Like
Do droids have like a hookup culture?
Yeah.
so, yeah, they plug
R2D2
into
was
each other, that's
fucking
hooking up.
getting it on.
We're gonna see droid Tinder.
Oh, I
love
see it now. There is okay.
like a
Well, they-
I'm sharing my screen.
Question, guys. Question.
Yes.
Have you guys seen the Star Wars raps, like the animated ones? So like
That's like that's like the one you
Like,
always
this is
reference,
old.
right?
maybe I don't. What do you mean always? I've
You
never
always
referenced it in my
reference that
entire
shit,
Yeah,
life.
we're
man.
talking about. Yeah.
I have.
Yeah,
As
no,
well,
it's-
hey man, I love you. Also, these guys, do you think one of these is actually Babu Frick, or
Yeah,
is it just
they
a
said
different
that,
one?
didn't they say
It's gotta
that
be
Babu
Babu
Frick
Frick.
was gonna be in this?
Did they say
Yeah,
Babu
R2D2
Frick is going to be in this?
Yeah.
Man, why would
Yeah.
they spoil shit like that already? Don't
Random
say
I
that.
don't know, man.
Like, don't tell me Babu Frick is going to be in this until suddenly I see this little motherfucker right here. Going,
Also-
"Hey!"
Who is?
Also, Grief Karga looking fly as
Fucking,
fuck.
he looks every season. He looks better and better. I love it.
Oh, I love
Carl
Babu.
Weathers.
Carl Weathers is
Something
the
else.
best. Have you guys seen Arrested
just,
Development?
A little bit.
Yo,
Yeah.
Carl Weathers in that
looks-
show is the best.
Yo, guys. Babu
What?
Frick's voice actor was the guy who, the woman who plays Moaning Myrtle.
Bloody metal. Yeah.
Are you lying? Hold up.
No,
I'm
I
just-
watched the behind the
Yeah,
scenes, and
Shirley
she was
Henderson.
just like, yeah, it was quite fun to do.
Shirley Henderson.
Yeah.
What? What the hell?
Slithy looking
They
ass
just
guy.
get the weirdest things for certain things. You know, like for BB-8, they were like, "Oh, let's get freaking Ben Schwartz and Aziz Ansari to just make noises."
No, that was what's his? That was Vin Diesel.
I'm starting to become convinced that it's like a money laundering scheme.
Yeah.
Like if they can like get all these big name actors and like just have them like voice these stupid roles, it's so that they can like justify spending $20 million on this one thing. You know,
Yeah.
like I can't help but feel like this can't all just be for the lulz. you know?
Wait, Cats, can you get back in here? I gotta show you my favorite part of this trailer. Let me know when you're in, boy.
While we all sit in silence on a stream where they can't see it.
They can't see or they can't hear it, but it is here, guys.
Hold up. Let me. Do we not even have like a freaking?
Man, I'm kind of over Baby Yoda, dude.
I never will be. I love.
I love all the Mandalorian stuff, but like Baby Yoda is just, oh god, I don't want to do it anymore. I loved it in season 1, then season 2 happened, and then Book of Boba Fett happened, and now I'm like, oh my god, can
They
this
should just
kid
kill
grow
this
up?
baby.
I think what they
Just
should have
deal
done.
with it.
What I think they should have done absolutely is have one season without him. I
Just get rid of him.
think that
They shouldn't have fucking brought him back in
Yeah.
Book of Boba Fett.
they shouldn't have done that. Like Book of Boba Fett, like that whole little 2-episode arc is so stupid. I hate it. It's so ridiculous. Like if you don't want to watch
Yeah.
the Book of Boba Fett,
It's good for Mandalorian.
yeah.
Bad for Book of Boba Fett.
Well, even
I
like
think it's
then,
the only reason the show exists.
I don't even think though that like with the Book of Boba Fett thing, or sorry, with Mando it works that well because like I hated in season 2 that it was like goodbye Grogu, and then immediately
Never
hello
mind.
Grogu. Like no, fuck man, what's the
I
point
think
then?
I think I'll agree with you on that because that scene had me and my dad in tears for 2 reasons. A, our fucking hero rocks up in the way that I would view him, and then takes the one fucking adorable thing of that show, and I'm like, prick, fuck you, I ain't watching this anymore. Just
I thought it was
get
cool
dropped
to
back.
see
I was
to
just
see
like, fuck.
like proper Luke instead of what we
Yeah.
got in the
That's what I mean.
new trilogy. But that's fine. But I agree with chat right now that Grogu should have stayed with Luke for at least a season or two.
Or at least
for
a season, yeah.
yeah.
Because I think it would have
Like
been nice to see.
losing him and then getting him right back instantly is like, oh, so this was pointless.
Yeah, so like it's no
Yeah.
sacrifice at all. I would have loved to have seen Din go through like a time or like a whole season where he reverts kind of back to being bad. Not bad, but like just kind of like
Ruthless
shittier.
bounty hunter.
Yeah, right. And he feels it. He's like, oh man, like I'm not into this as much anymore because of what he did for me, and now I might need it
Yeah.
back. Something like
Yeah.
that, where it's like an actual season arc rather than just
Or
hey,
like
buddy.
or like an instance where like he will go to say something as if he's talking to the kid, but he turns around and he's like, oh fuck, you know, like that would be good. I would like to see that sort of development of his mentality.
AJ, for changing your profile picture to the greatest thing ever.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the Mandalorian season 3. I love the show. I love Mandalorian stuff. But I also kind of like the pessimistic side of me, which is a large side of me, can't help but think that like this show exists as a vessel to launch all the other Disney shows now.
It's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Where it like there's going to be an episode or two where we get like, you know, cameos from characters who are getting their own shows going forward, and I'm just kind of
Yeah, like that one
it doesn't-
mechanic chick. She's gonna get her own show.
Right.
Probably.
That's what I didn't like about season 2 as much, right? Because season 1 felt so beautifully contained and kind of special. That
Yeah.
season 2 was like every other episode we're gonna really throw in like a fucking character that you know, and there you go.
You
Yeah,
know and
remember?
love maybe.
remember Ahsoka, remember Luke,
You remember?
R2-D2?
Remember Bo-Katan, like all that kind of thing.
Remember
It's like Jesus
Bo-Katan?
Christ, like I get it. Like I like all these threads, but fuck, it's happening so fast compared to last season that it's kind of
Remember
jarring.
Axe Woves? Just kidding. Nobody.
Nobody cares about Axe Woves.
Nobody cares about Axe Woves. But like,
It sounds like Axl Rose the more you say it.
I would like to see the show focus more on what its plot is and less on these constant cameos because I'm over these things. and it just kind of feels like it shrinks the Star Wars universe more than it already needs to be.
It shrinks it, but simultaneously like makes it like weird. Because like there's moments back in Legends, right? Like Boba Fett is a name that like people know that guy. Like it's a fucking
Din's story is literally Boba Fett's story.
But so he's like a known character, and then you got like Bo-Katan in season 2, who literally like kind of refers to him like I've heard your voice 1,000 times, and it's like, okay, but like you should fucking have a little bit more respect.
You should know who Boba Fett
for
is.
this one because he is.
Yeah,
like,
he's kind of a big freaking deal.
Except maybe in the new canon, he's unfortunately not. Like, isn't that kind of
in
weird?
the new canon? He's nothing. He's literally nothing in the new canon.
Yeah, like
he's just some dude. It's so frustrating because, like, in Legends, Boba is the guy that unites Mandalore and becomes Mandalore the Great.
But is now Din for sure.
That's
like,
now Din.
That's unfortunate.
And
because...
like, if you look at Boba Fett's armor in like 1313, it's straight up just what turned into Din. And they just robbed Boba of everything that he had to create Din, and then they did the Book of Boba Fett, which was just more for Din. And it's like, what are we doing with Boba?
Yeah, like if we get a season 2 of Book of Boba Fett at this point, I hope that there's not 3 episodes of Mando again, like or 2 episodes or whatever the fuck.
There's gonna be 2 episodes
just call
of
a spade and just give us a Boba Fett and Mando show. Like let Boba and Din go on a buddy cop journey. Just
They're gonna
us
actually
that.
have 2 episodes of Book of Boba Fett in Mandalorian.
Here's my biggest thing.
Oh my god.
Like, and people were saying this with season 1 even, right? Because like the marketing seemed to be like, look at this group of people coming together. We got Cara Dune, the Mando, IG-11, Kuiil. They're all going to be a group. And that didn't really happen in that show until like the last episode, and then they all died. Well, they didn't all die, but like
But that one was like interesting because it was like, you know, it was the first season, but then they did it again.
They did it again. He got another group together, and it's like, can we just
a
get,
new
like,
group? But this one was like,
consistent-
oh, like familiar faces. You've seen these before. We got them back.
Can we just get some consistent group here or something like that? You know what I mean? Like a crew. I don't want to make it like a Rebels.
Like
thing
he has like a
necessarily,
tiny
but-
ship now. He has like a tiny ship.
True,
Can't
that's
carry anyone.
Fuck, I missed the Razor Crest. God damn it.
Yeah, like how? Like we've been saying this before, but how the fuck is he gonna be a bounty hunter with a ship like that?
If they don't focus on the Darksaber, I'm gonna be pissed. Oh, they have to focus on the Darksaber.
They gotta focus on the Darksaber because like what the
I
fuck?
think that's central to the entire plot.
Yeah, like this season is gonna be all
I
about
think-
Mandalore and trying to bring him. He's
Because
what do you think is gonna happen?
He was traveling with that new creed of people. I think he's like becoming the leader of like a new creed.
I'm gonna go ahead and make a prediction that
Yep.
Bo-Katan's the villain.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
that
it
might be-
seems kind of
yeah.
like that, right? With her on that throne, like how she is. Like she's got a very like antagonist vibe.
She looks very maniacal.
She
Like
wants
the
that
face.
dark saber.
Why didn't she just like fight him?
I guess she could. Maybe she's worried about losing. I don't know. Who
It's all
knows? But
stupid.
I have a feeling. This is just my own prediction here. But what we see in the trailer is a bunch of Mandos in various sets of armor, and we see them fighting together. What we don't see are any of the Death Watch fighting with those people. We see Death Watch. We see them dropping down. I think we're getting 2 factions of Mandalorians, one led by Din, one led by Bo-Katan, fighting over who takes control of Mandalore.
Yeah, I can see that.
Or,
You
like-
think that's how this season ends, and then we set that up for like the next season, pretty much, or
Bo-Katan
I think that's
could
how
have
this
just
season,
put her
like, that's the
hubris
whole plot.
aside and taken the saber when it was offered to her.
But then you can't. It's not real then though.
Yeah, but
yeah,
who
like
kno-
there's some sort
who
of like
gives
thing
a
around
shit?
that, right? Because like in
The only
Rebels-
other I guess there was another
In
Mandalorian. The only other
Rebels, she
Mandalorian
took-
that room already followed her, and the other one didn't give a shit about the saber.
like she took the saber once in Rebels, and there was no like fight there, and I think that might lead into like some sort of, I don't know if they're gonna go over this or whatever, but like maybe that's why she lost in the Night of Tears or whatever, right? Where it's like, oh, like I didn't do it right, so now my rule like was cursed, kind of. Maybe she
Right.
believes in it now or something.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what she thinks. Like you can't just take it. You have to
Yeah.
like fight for it. But what I want to know, and my kind of like prevailing concern here is like, where is all of this going? Because like we know what happens in the future, and they aren't part of it. So, you know, what happens here? Do they reestablish Mandalorians as like something to be concerned about? Do they get Mandalore back? And why does none of that have any play in the new movies? You know,
Well, see,
it
but
makes
that's
me
the
wonder, like,
that's the
where does
fundamental
this
kind
go?
of like, that's the problem with always like having material made and then being like, oh shit, like we have ideas now. Like how do we?
It feels like the new trilogy has effectively like like put a cap on Star Wars where like they can't go further than that.
I don't know if that's true necessarily. I just think you could really like whisk that away with like that they were in like the end fight, and you just can't see certain people.
Well, that's
know?
what I mean though, is like with that being the end fight, that's the end. You know, what comes after that? They'd have to like time skip further ahead. But what I mean is like everything that's released between The Mandalorian and like timeline wise, between The Mandalorian and the new trilogy, there's only a finite amount of things that you can do.
Yeah, because like
before you get there.
there's already things with like the games too, like Jedi Fallen Order, where it's like what happened to is like obviously he doesn't come up with a new Jedi Order because it doesn't exist.
It sucks because it bottlenecks the entire series down this one pipeline. And it kind of sucks. Like it makes me hope that maybe one day they'll just like retcon that shit.
Oh my god! If that happens, that might be my exit for that, because like
I would be thrilled.
I already felt like that kind of back in the day when they did that to Legends. Like I was like, oh shit, like maybe I gotta leave. But like then I was like, okay, things are going okay, and now they're back to being kind of shitty. But like, I don't know if they're that bad that I would need it to be undone.
There's a lot of things that show that Star Wars under Disney can be amazing.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot that's showing it that's really fucking up.
With what you're saying, Richard, I would honestly be okay with them doing a time jump. Like to
there was like a leaked document where Kathleen Kennedy is talking about how like if they aren't going to do any new Star Wars until like 2026 or something, 2027, but she straight up says like whatever they do next has to be good, which suggests that like they know they screwed up with the last three movies.
They kind of have to know that a little bit.
I mean,
like
that's kind of like
I think unanimously,
idiotic,
if in the boardroom or whatever the hell, they're not saying like, "Yo, like we kind of fucked up that one with no plan, eh?" Like
right.
Everyone's like, "Yo, that was really good." Everyone's yelling at them.
Like I'd be like, "Sure, I'd be like, yeah, we made a lot of money, but let's acknowledge that like those were a fucking mess." Like pretty much.
Yeah. I don't know where Star Wars is going, but I'm along for the ride, even if it sucks.
Yeah. I'm here to stay. Have been since I was a child.
I haven't fallen off yet. And look, I know a lot of people like look at Legacy or Legends with like reverence.
There was some
Some
shit
of
in
the
that
Legends
too.
books sucked.
I've been loyal for 20 years, okay?
There's some really bad stuff in Legends. So Star Wars has always, since its inception, been hit or miss.
Acolyte, baby, that's right.
Oh
where
my
it's going.
God.
I can't wait for Acolyte, if I'm being honest.
Speaking of Carl Weathers, guys, he's going to Fan Expo Vancouver.
Oh my god.
Oh man, I'll see you guys there. It's like a 2,000-mile
Really?
drive for me.
We'll pick you up.
Yeah, they can drive all the way out of the way.
And then back again. There and back again, you know?
And there's also going to be Yondu and Craiglin.
Hey, nice.
Michael Rooker and Sean Gunn.
Yondu!
that distanced fucking Yondu.
Dude, actually, but like with that Acolyte thing, with what they've released, not really released. I think it was like leaked pictures that I was seeing. Was that actually a thing? I don't remember. Did you guys see those leaked Acolyte pictures, or am I crazy?
Yeah. From with the Squid Game actor and stuff like that.
Yep. Yeah. So like, I'm already loving the look of that show, like the vibe. It's trying to capture like that High Republic look, like at the end of that era. But like, damn, it's fucking looking cool. All right. And do you guys?
That's all I have to say about this.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much all we have to say about Star Wars at this point, because
That's what we're talking about?
Let me go to bed.
let's look up some people who are streaming some Star Wars. No one I follow is streaming right now, unless you guys have
Oh
any
my God.
suggestions in your raid.
Fan Expo Vancouver is also going to have Peter Weller
I look up Star Wars on Twitch and I get
and
fucking
Vivian Blair.
pools, hot tubs, and beaches as like my first thing. Like, what is this, dude?
There's like this weird resurgence of Fallen Order players on Twitch right now. There's like 1,000-something people in there at the moment.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah, because that is
To be
coming
honest,
out in
I might
what day
stream
in
it.
March is that coming out?
March
17th? Okay,
Oh, it might be later than that.
totally wrong. Hold up, I'll look it up. I'll look it up to confirm. Jedi Survivor.
Have you guys ever wanted to meet the young Princess Leia, Vivian Blair? She's going to be a Fan Expo.
Oh, I want to chase her and see how easy it would actually be. I really want to do, dude. Let me chase this chick through a crowd of people.
Hold on, chill, Sam. She's like 8.
That's okay. I'm just saying. I want to chase her like they did in the show.
I don't think that you
This is
as-
not
as
going
a
to work
grown
as well as you
man.
think.
should ask that question to a little girl in
Can I
public.
chase you?
Hey,
Is that okay?
Can I chase you around?
You mind if I just chase you through the woods?
And
for
if
a
I
little
catch
bit?
you,
Like,
like,
I'd be like, hey, everyone, I know it sounds creepy, but did you not see how this little lady escaped freaking
Canceled.
bounty
Instantly
hunters
canceled.
everywhere? Like, come on. Comes out on March 17th. You were right.
Then
Dan.
we'll have to do a podcast with Gina Carano.
Oh, I don't want to talk to her, man. She seems like
Bro,
she's so up on her
hold
own
on.
shit.
if we get Gina Carano on this show, we got to do that.
Okay, well, fair, sure, but I mean,
Just for the sake of like marketing, we
I
have
was like-
to do it.
Because like that's like it'll be bad press, but people will come to watch that shit.
people will
But then-
come.
All right, fine, we'll do this. But I have one request.
Yeah?
Can I please ask on live if we ever get an interview with Gina Carano if she's willing to give me Death by Snoo Snoo?
Oh my god,
First
no,
of all-
you can't.
First of all, you're saying
place.
you said
We gotta get
Depeche
outta
mode.
here.
You said Depeche mode yesterday, and then you said Gina Carano. What are you talking
Look,
about?
there's a-
Sam, get us
there's
the
a-
fuck out of here. It's getting
There's a
weird.
difference between like negative press and straight up harassment.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna raid
Well,
Yoshi
no.
Chef. They're playing Jedi Fallen Order.
Bet.
Oh my god.
Goodbye, everybody.
She's an attractive lady, I'll give you that. But
Gina Carano, yeah.
McClunky.
McClunky. Get those raid
I think
messages
I've
in
killed the
there.
vibe.
Her
I'll put my Sam thing in there.
opinions.
Yeah, she's gotta shut up, man. That's all she's gotta do.
Wow.
Well, it's true. She said some stupid shit.
Yeah, she did.
And she
And I
said
don't
stupid shit
condone
like 3
asshole.
times in a row, and I was like, you got a lot of chances here,
He
lady.
just keeps on saying stupid shit.
Yeah, and then it's like you can't.
Hey, Gina, if you ever get this for some reason, come on.
You never can watch this video for any reason.
To be fair to you, mate, I think she's listened to what I've said and just gone, fuck that. Steer clear of that.
Alright, we will be back next week to talk about The Last of Us. And hopefully in the next couple weeks, we'll be back to talk about the Bad Batch episodes 5 and 6. So we will see you guys then.
Not 2 weeks.
Not in 2 weeks?
In 2 weeks. You said next week we're gonna be back with Bad Batch.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm still on the Last of Us train there, but yeah.
McClunky!
2 weeks from now, we'll be back with Bad Batch. McClunky!
McQuanky.